Hi guys, Cindy from Cindy's Art. Welcome back. Today we're going to do floral bookmarks, and I started off with my Arches paper. I did a 10 by 14 size, and I actually taped it off and I measured it off equally into 4 separate sections. And when you see my paper here, you see this light green tape. That's washi tape. Excellent tape in order for me to tape my paper down, and it doesn't stick when I pull it off. It doesn't rip my paper. So I started off this project by just simply dropping water onto my paper. I didn't worry about where it was. Did I coat the whole paper? That's not what I'm doing. What I wanted to do was put down splotches and splashes of paper. And then I'm taking my quill brush and I'm dropping in paint right now. And even splattering it like this is a great idea. The water is going to carry the paint and it's going to do its own thing. And it's very creative, very organic. And I'm just going to lay in some flowers. I'm going to lay in a little bit of greens for my leaves. And what I tend to do is to block the light, and then I'll add in some contrast, which is what I've done here, just so I can see like where there might be some dark against light in the picture, where are some of those borders of the flowers. This painting's more intuitive. I am not trying to look at a picture and paint it exactly as it is. What I'm trying to do is to see where a flower might be and just add a little bit of pops of color in here and there. If I see where a leaf is, then I'm going to leave the stem. You can see where I blocked out a little bit of white veins in a leaf and the white stem, so I can emphasize it and say this is a leaf. So I'm going to rotate around the canvas here, and I'm going to be adding in different colors, and I'm just deciding like what I want to add in. I tend to add in a lot of vibrancy. By the time this painting is done, you're going to see like right now I'm adding in permanent yellow orange, and then I'm adding in opera. I love mixing permanent yellow orange and mixing opera together. It comes out with this really awesome orangey pink color, but it's so vibrant, it shouts out on the paper, and I love it. And then as you can see right here, I'm adding a little bit of contrast in. You're not going to see the light unless you see the dark. So there's times I'm going to pop in here, I'm going to add a little bit more depth to the leaves around or to the flowers around. So let's just take a look, keep working around. Don't try to copy it exactly. Play with your paper, play with your paint, let that paint spread on the water and see what happens. Okay, you can see how this painting has developed, and I'm adding in black spots where maybe the stamens are inside the flower, the center of the flower. I'm trying to add in some lines so you can see the petals a little bit more. I don't need it to be realistic, I just want it loose. And the inside of the flower is really going to speak and pop. And so as I'm wrapping this up and I'm moving on to some of the details, you're going to see me really load a lot of color in here. But that's me. And then I also used splattering techniques. I put a lot of white on one of my quill brushes and I tapped it down onto another paintbrush, and it brings the dots down onto the paper. So I tend to like to tap my splatters down. I do have a technique I'll show you another time where I blow through a screen and it creates these beautiful even dots. But right here you can see I'm going to splatter, and I'm going to splatter some of that pink, the orange, different colors around, and just see how this develops. This is pretty much done. I'm going to give you a close-up shot of different portions of these bookmarks, and then I'm going to cut these up, and they're going to be gifts for somebody else. And they're simple, they're easy to make. I just love the idea of being able to create this collage of matching bookmarks. And if you've enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe. I would love to see you next time. And here's a few more videos that you may want to try before you leave. Have a good one, guys.